Hello everyone, this is a quick demo on AnyAUT, a test automation framework that has been built on Selenium and Java that encapsulates all the different types of automation frameworks into one easy to use platform. We have a web version for it and also a Excel version for it. So primarily if you're a test engineer, QA engineer who does not know too much coding, you could create all your testing steps or artifacts in our spreadsheet or on a cloud-based web application. So for example, this is a simple Salesforce demo spreadsheet, which has got the application divided into a few sample modules for now, like login validation, homepage, leads, contacts, or tasks. And for each of the modules, we may have multiple test cases, each of them performing a specific scenario of the application itself. Now, these are web-based UI scenarios. However, we can integrate the same into our framework along with our existing API or JMeter performance testing scenarios as well. Now, what is important is for us to have the ability to select what I want to run, what test cases in them, be able to define my test steps very detailedly. The main thing about the test steps is simple. I have a module, and to a module belongs to a test case, and to that belongs to a step. Each step is different with what needs to be done as a keyword that our AnyAUT framework has pre-built functions to kind of tell Selenium that, okay, go perform this action. And then we have input like an element, what type of an element it is and how do we identify it so we can interact with it, and then test data. If it is reusable or a one-time use, that becomes our key inputs. And for each of this, user defined keywords is like your reusable components for a keyword driven framework. These are the list of our current existing built-in keywords where a user can perform any action by calling this keyword in the test step sheet. That's all we need to do. There's no coding involved. A complete page related page object model or a page factory, what we talk about. We have a good repository of the entire application, every element that is needed for each page identified correctly and kept together for reusable usage. And the last one is test data, what I want to run, where I want to run. So each test data type could be different, but you could preset it here and that becomes your reusable. So your Excel sheet becomes your most important input. Now, how do you work? If you're a new user, all you do is click on the download desktop app. It takes to our GitHub repository where we have the free runner version. There is a source version where you also get access to the source code. That's a private repository. Contact me if you need access to it, where you can customize a lot with the framework. All that I do is click on code and then download the zip, and I put it here, unzip the whole folder. This is how it looks. All right. So this is AnyAUT runner. Once you unzip, this is how it look. A few folders will miss at the beginning, but once you execute it, it'll come back. All that is important for you is to double click on this executable jar file. Now I'm going to launch 2 or 3 of them, and they can all happen in parallel. There is a specific security feature on Salesforce that prevents me from hacking usage and is not very friendly with automation tools. So we will figure that out. So now I have 3 of these. All that is input that goes in is in terms of what I need to do. So the first one, I'm going to select the Salesforce document, a shorter one. Let's put that for execution. Let's prepare. The second one is demo.xls. That's good too. And maybe this. 1, 2, 3. 1. Give me a second, everyone. 2. This is the third one. It's overlapping. I'm sorry. Okay, there you go. So 3 versions right now. You can run them parallelly, do a lot of things, team. So I'm basically trying to get the one with the errors as well, show you how the execution is kind of happening at the back end. while I show you something more. So that's one started, second one started, third one started. So now these applications are going to be running. So that's the source, runner. Let's look at the SRC. So the primary difference in SRC is that you have a source folder where the code is available. Now that's the browsers that are opening up team for the execution. There's one that's happening on Firefox. There's one that's happening on Chrome. We highlight the elements that we're working on or what we interact or click on. So that way it's easy for me to know what is it that I'm doing on the application. If there's an error that shows up in red, the screenshots look beautiful, the reports at the end of it look beautiful. For me, the most important aspect is how easy it is for anyone to start working on it. Salesforce, I need to give in a security code team. So let me quickly see if I can find that. And if it'll give me a chance again. But this is the web application of AnyAUT that we are logging in. So if you don't want to maintain it in the Excel sheet, you can maintain it in the web application. You can export the Excel and also import it back. So it is easier for you to keep a cloud version. It is AnyAUT as a tool has been built to make things very simple, to not put complexities in your automation team. That's the most important aspect. So now while that is running, so this is what it is: test planning, test run setup, or executing your test and uploading your results. That's the AnyAUT dashboard. So there's plenty to learn there and how we can use. Um, I just want to try and relaunch Salesforce meanwhile. And you can do it from Jenkins, GitHub. All these possibilities have been nicely integrated into a team. So if you're someone who's looking at automation and you believe that automation is something that takes too long, or it is something that requires, you know, a good return on investment, then look at how easy it is to create tests, maintain tests, and have the ability to also look at the results very easily. So this is a sample results dashboard. It tells me what test cases passed, failed, or with warning. At every step, it gives me a detailed. I can go back to let me focus on this. Yep, I've got that. So the number is, in a second, 75018, 75018. Oops, it's gone. I was a second away, team. I'll show you one more demo on Salesforce, but primarily it does it beautifully. I wish I could show you some earlier result. Let's see, this is no. So each of these are results folders, team. I don't think this is a complete one, but the runs which we're doing right now, here they are, and they're getting prepared. This is an extend report, a free trial version. If we're using it for commercial purpose, then we can take a much more premium version of it. So this basically tells me what test cases passed, what failed, and where did it fail. And if it failed, what was the reason for it? What did the application look at that time? So it's easy for me to go back and plug that in. And all this is executed simply through an Excel sheet. So if we can structurally maintain as a QA engineer what an Excel sheet should look like with modules, test case, and test steps, and so on, this frameworks works beautifully. Now, the aspect that is important is how do you do CI/CD? How do you do API testing? How do you do performance testing, mobile app testing using AnyAUT? I'll show you those in the next videos. Thank you so much, everyone. I just wanted to quickly show you some as to the basic capability of what this tool can do. We've been working on large applications, large delivery size projects with a global team model, onshore, offshore. I'm sure we can find a great solution if you are into looking at services there. Look forward to hearing back from you. Thank you. Bye now.